Good evening. This is J.L. Carrozza from Gen Y Films, the director of a couple of films, and in this film I play the Cowardly Lion.
This is Ryan Murphy, one of the co-directors of this movie and the Wicked Witch of the West.
This is Kevin James from Not a Tad Bad Film Co. I play the robot.
This is Pat Ryan. I play Tom, the guy on screen right now, also one of the co-directors.
And this is Neil Cicierega. I helped write songs for this movie, and I play the Scarecrow.
Now, where to begin?
And as we went over, this film is in fact a loose adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. But you gotta really work at it. Yeah, you gotta really work at it to figure that out.
The opening scene, the music was written by our friend Jake Quilty-Dunn, who did a lot of the scoring for a lot of the scenes.
One of our fellow BC High guys, along with Pat and myself.
Yeah.
There's Pat at Faneuil Hall, and Pat by the cigarettes and beverages stand, written by myself, Pat, and Neil Cicierega, where the cigarettes and beverages fall, which we could have never tied up in 1,000 years even if we tried, so we just went with that cut because we liked it.
Just the wind helped us out there.
There's Boston Common, Pat at Boston Common and near Boston Common, Pat wandering around Quincy Market.
Cars.
Yes.
And there's all this just random establishing shots. Oh, that shot was backwards. You can see people walking backwards.
Now you edited this, right, Neil?
Yeah, and I decided to stick all the shots without him into one little segment in the middle during the solo.
Mandolin solo.
Yeah.
Pat Small. There he goes.
I really like these two shots, one where him walking really far away and this one with the shadow of the flag.
And here's our steady shot. Score by Jake and Neil. I am standing on an escalator right now, following Pat as he's going up the stairs, and the juxtaposition of stairs on stairs.
And he's ascending to
Oz in Boston and the Civil War Memorial. I like that shot there of the edited by Neil and Pat.
He looks cool.
There's Pat by the sign that all that's left of it, because it's been half ripped off, is the word lost. I like that because
he's lost.
He is lost.
Metaphysically speaking.
Directed by myself and Pat walking down the street.
This is the number 9 bar.
It's the magic of Hollywood, because that's a completely different doorway.
Yeah, it turns into the vine.
We're in the vine and down that
If you're really looking at the door, it's clearly a different door.
Yeah, that's what we call the fourth wall, guys.
And here's Jake himself playing.
That's the man.
His guitar.
Jules actually filmed a scene from his movie Dreamhouse.
from Dreamhouse. The vine was home to 2 different film shoots. Dreamhouse and No Place at Home.
I'm thinking I was probably in between night shifts for this scene because my hair looked pretty greasy.
Yeah, we were all pretty tired.
You look like a really good bartender.
Yeah, you did.
We had a pretty rough night the night before this, and the day after we had to do the munchies.
Oh no, yeah.
It was a long night.
Yeah, I remember the night before.
Kevin was wearing my glasses. So neither of us could see.
There's Pat with his jacket and his hat, as he wears for most of the film. And there's Jake King, his regular water.
It's beer water, Ryan. You got a beer and a water.
Water's like 40 proof. I don't know what you're making fun of.
It's actually my shirt too that he's wearing.
They're rolling.
Where's your clothes
doing
off?
their thing.
Yeah, we're kind
A
of.
lot of pale Irishmen with long hair in this film.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to Kevin here. Kevin looks great with glasses.
Yeah, he looks
I really
very...
like that.
Those hurt my eyes in the worst way imaginable.
Yeah, that was coffee.
Those are coffee
glasses
shots.
are filled with coffee, and I hate coffee.
We asked for whiskey and we got Jaeger.
Jaeger.
For those of you who drink, which is probably not much of our audience.
The rest of that shot, of me doing the shot, I'm actually spitting coffee back into the shot glass because I detest this stuff. This came out really good. This is Neil put the scene together of us montaging drunk.
Yeah, thanks. It's a very nice montage.
Neil's about to.
I don't drink, so I don't know what it's really like, so I just decided.
It's exactly like this. It's very cinematic.
All alcohol tastes like piss. Don't let anyone tell you any different.
No, they taste terrible.
All of it.
Yeah.
But it transports you to Oz.
It tastes like coffee.
It does.
Those are my socks.
And a chroma key's your shoes.
Which is what Neil did in this scene.
He chroma keyed. That's when
I like
something.
He was up all night drinking, and the first thing he does when he wakes up after he passes
Drink
out
some
is-
more beer.
Yeah, he has some more beer.
He's a very well-developed character.
Yes. We know he's an alcoholic, and we're okay with that.
And those
And
shoes are very Schindler's List, I think.
Yeah.
That's what we were going for in this scene.
Yeah.
So how'd you do this again, Neil?
Well, we painted the entire
less.
scene in gray.
Yeah, you'll notice
Except the
when I
shoes.
open the door, the whole bar becomes colorful. With all the...
How was that
It's
done?
actually,
You did a few layers of color.
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
just
shoes.
I did a few layers and it made it pick out only the parts that
out
were
the door.
red.
Yeah.
It still wasn't perfect though, so I'd have to like draw a little square around the shoes,
Yeah,
just
I
to
know.
make sure no other parts
Worked
got
for
Because
If
there
you
was,
look
in
out the
fact,
window,
as
it's
you can see
clearly not
here,
Boston.
when we go back to color, there's a lot of red between the seats.
Yeah, it was a
the
very
Yeah.
red
school,
bar, so that was hard to do.
They just called the bar.
And we-
And then,
Oh,
whoa,
we're in
The
awe.
how did I
Marshfield
get here?
Pits.
Yeah, this is the pits
Near
of
Brent
Brent
Rock.
Rock. No one knows what this place is.
It's one of our little best kept secrets.
A few years ago, this was actually like a desert. There was no plant growth because
Wow.
they just dug a hole in the ground for
Final placement thing.
to drain the harbor
No, just
into.
like
But
that. Like,
apparently,
it just reminded me of the battle places.
Alright, here's the
Harbor
scene where he
waters.
puts on his shoes. Everyone quiet.
oh yeah,
This is the 88 miles per hour segment of the movie. Right?
tying my shoes.
He does indeed wear 2 shoes.
And he ties them.
I like that
And
shot of
fuzzy
me
buttons.
standing.
There we go.
Good.
Here's all these.
Yeah, all those are my voice.
Yes.
We were expecting to get a few more people for this shot, but we only got 4. But we made it work.
Including Max Pacheco, one of our
yeah,
another
one
film
of our-
director from Emmanuel, and one of our biggest helping hands. He almost died filming this movie.
Yeah, he gets overheated very easily, and it was very hot most of the day.
So we put him out in a costume. basically.
90
Yeah,
plus degree
and
weather
then Neil did
several
a good
days.
job layering this. So there's more than 4, but yeah, looks pretty good. And then I said,
And here's our first goof song. This is our first
I
funny
like
song.
that shot.
yeah, we tried to have very high angles on all the shots so
Yeah.
they looked shorter. I think it worked out.
There's
Most of
Max.
them.
They're the
It
only
does
male
work very
munchkin.
He has to populate the
Lucky.
entire Munchkin clan.
He does quite a
It
job.
really works because you guys, you never get too close to the high grass until they show up. So when
Yeah,
they
so it looks
show
like the
up-
grass is.
Yeah, exactly. It makes them look really short.
Neil added that actually after.
Yeah, originally the
It's a
song
little
just
head
kept going.
bobber.
But they had this shot of them bobbing their heads, and I didn't have any other place to put it, so I was like, I'm gonna write a new part of the song where it just sounds like head
So,
bobbing.
now let me ask
And
you this: when it changes angles to the when you mat them in twice, are they all wearing the same costumes? or
No, different costume.
They all
We
wear-
switch up costumes
like
dozens
Max
of
put
There's
times.
on
one
the
shot,
dress.
I think, where they are wearing the same costume, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
This is
and then
This is
Many,
the
many
punctuation
more.
of the scene.
this is one of the best.
And that's
parts, I think.
Lauren, also our good witch.
Oh yeah, Lauren's a good witch. And then Grace and Monique were also some of the Munchkins. They
Some
had
kind of banjo song. he's
Max
getting
ends
chased.
that scene very well.
And those Wizard of Oz telephone poles you see, and it turns into Breathe, Speak to Me from Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah,
here.
on banjo.
On banjo, just as Roger Waters planned it.
Yeah.
This,
Did
that
you
shot
do-
came out very well. The
Did
transition.
you guys do
I think.
anything as far as Dark Side of the Moon?
This was our big Dark Side little homage. By big, I mean little, like I just said.
This one song? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, just this one.
And this is the main chord progression that most of Dark Side goes along, so I was very happy with
Because
how
I
this came
figured
out.
you of all people would be loading this thing up with Dark Side of the Moon references.
Yeah, we kind of didn't have.
Yes, Kevin, I do drugs.
No, not to stampede to this, but Ryan, would you like to explain the original idea for the movie?
Oh, well, by that you mean, my original plan when I was up in New Hampshire, lying on the floor in a cabin somewhere, was that Pat Ryan would be Dorothy, and would be based on Tom Waits. Neil's character would also be musical based. All the inspirations were they were music. Neil's character would be a kind of country, folky Scarecrow like Neil Young. You would be a down-to-earth, blue jeans, white t-shirt kind of Bruce Springsteen like you love, Tin Man. Pat would be a dirty, scruffy, yet,
Thank you.
ever lovable Tom Waits type of Dorothy. And here's our
Yeah, the Scarecrow song.
quite the catchy song with crow animations by Neil
Yeah,
Cicierega.
my sister did the crow animations. I asked her, "Hey, Emmy, I need some little cartoon crows," and she's
came
like,
out
"Why?"
well.
It's like, "Oh, I want them to sit on my shoulder."
That's good enough.
And
These
who
are
was,
some-
who was
somehow-
Jules' character
Quite.
based on?
There was never a musician for Jules.
Yeah, it was
Jules'
just the
character
kung
was
fu.
based
Okay.
more on Jules' archetype, plus
Yeah.
my glam rock jacket,
Yeah.
which looks like a lion. It worked. The
And then-
samurai, the dubbing, all the sword, all that's
It was
based on
all
Jules'
based on
style.
the
Yeah.
It
stuff
would've
I'm
been-
into.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot harder to squeeze jokes out of, like, what would Bruce Springsteen say to Neil Young? It's like, no, it's funnier if it's just like a drunk and a tin man.
Yeah. exactly.
What really happened was everybody involved with the project made their characters their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe we didn't think of making it a musical until this very beginning of the summer. I
Right,
believe.
late May, early June.
I remember I
I'd
called
like to
you
say
from my
right now
car.
that in this beautiful field out here in almost Situate, North Marshfield, right on the North River line, was soaked in poison ivy.
Oh yeah, I was the
Definitely
only one in the,
allergic to
with the
poison
lawn.
ivy.
Also, there was a
It was
bunch of like
awful.
workers off. Like,
Oh
on
yeah,
one
they
part
were
of the
working
field.
down on the field.
And they kept walking by us and just like some smiled and others
We're just
asked
confused.
questions and others just ignored us.
I love how it's made evident that Neil just had to get out of that jacket.
Yeah, I just it's hot.
There was a great half-stone hippie who came by and loved The Wizard of Oz, and that's about all he had to say.
Was that you?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me.
I actually bought a bale of hay to stuff Neil with, but we never picked it up. I never
Yeah,
went
we
to
just
the
got
barn.
like fake hay from
Yeah.
the costume shop.
Which
And a
worked
big thanks to
perfectly.
the Marshfield Audubon Society
Yeah,
for letting
for
us
the-
film here.
Well, they didn't
for
really.
providing the birds.
For providing the birds.
I didn't really ask them
That's Emmy.
if we could, but
There's also an homage to Neil Saves Christmas in this scene.
oh yeah, the Detroit reference.
Yeah, of course.
The Detroit joke.
I got that.
Because Detroit, it sucks.
To any of the people out there on the internet who know us, we don't dislike Detroit. I've only been there once, and that was only my way to Minnesota on a
Yeah,
bus.
when
wasn't that
I
bad a
found
place.
myself in Detroit,
Oh, here's our first witch cutback. But
I found
This
myself
is
in,
Monique's
in
barn.
Detroit on the way to California. I was like, hey, I called everyone I knew. I'm in Detroit.
Home
Wow,
of RoboCop.
there's our first
That's
appearance.
Jake. Yep.
Jake Quilty-Dunn, who wrote a great deal of the score, if not all of the score.
Very
And there's
good.
myself
No, I
as
wrote
the
some
witch.
of the score too.
Yes.
You,
We
yeah,
collaborated.
It was a very casual. Oh, there's collaboration.
This is behind the rope factory in
Oh yeah.
Cottage Park in
Cottage
Cottage.
Park, Plymouth.
next to the train. We actually had to wait for a train to leave when we got there.
Got some great pictures on Facebook. Wants to see them? We got Max Pacheco, myself, Neil,
Yeah, Max
Kevin,
helped
Pat.
film this. I believe this is
Everyone
the
except-
genitals joke.
We're almost at
making,
Jules.
Yeah.
which we
Almost
get
at my
to again.
scene.
This is my first day in a suit, right?
Oh my, yeah.
Yep,
But
and it was actually the coolest
Probably
day.
the best day in the suit.
The wind this day was awful.
He
It
got
was the worst wind day
he
we've
got
had
to
all
love
the
that
whole
suit.
shoot.
Yeah, the wind was pretty. We used the wide angle lens here, so it kind of looks.
Oh, and a big thank you to
Why?
Max Pacheco again, who was there for the Scarecrow scene and almost passed out, and for this scene helping us film.
He didn't almost pass out this time. though.
Nope, this
Yeah, this
day,
time
this
he
day
was
was good
fine.
for him.
No, wasn't the joke here supposed to be that it's an established musical, and I'm just not gonna sing.
Right, yeah, and he's
Turn me on.
not really. You expect like another brilliant song. Well, actually, that noise, the Windows 98 startup noise, I believe was actually written by Brian Eno.
Yes, Brian Eno, we're big fans. of
Awesome.
him.
Really?
You should credit
Yeah,
him.
he wrote
Yeah,
that.
we should have
Still getting
credited him.
residuals. Oh, there's that shot of
It
Kevin's
was the
chest.
last thing we shot.
The
Last
very
thing we
last
shot,
thing.
yeah.
Days before we premiered it on
probably
Neil's
just
porch.
hours.
Yeah, we never bothered filming that, the paper coming out. And then literally a couple days before we premiered the movie,
We had a
like,
scene missing.
oh, we need to do that scene. Originally, we just, like, in the rough cut, it cut to black and said, scene missing.
And yeah, it's not like we forgot. We brought it up almost every day we shot.
Yeah,
up
we were
until
just
then.
we all get to it.
I think
This is
when you
great.
guys shot it, I was probably passed out. I love that joke. Neil likes the song.
I like clapping.
And he's got himself the classic Nintendo, the big controller for like mostly
Big
blind old
gaming.
people. Or
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that card on my chest? What's that?
That's just
sound
a-
It's
card
some
or-
sort of computer
Electronic
component.
device.
No.
I'm not
Network
sure what,
card, maybe?
what it is. You also got a fan and a webcam on your shoulder.
At some
Yep.
point in the movie, the webcam disappears because we lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
Well,
tried to use
way
my
to point
webcam.
that out.
and
It's
it really
symbolism.
didn't look. Yeah.
No, when he was attacked by
You
the
couldn't-
witch's henchman,
You couldn't see the
injured.
future because you didn't have a
Wait,
brain.
do you still have the webcam? You should, right?
No, I have
It's somewhere
your
in my
webcam,
house, I'm guessing.
Oh, I thought that was my old webcam.
Nope.
those glasses work perfectly too. By the way.
which I used to stop animate a bunch of stuff,
The
including
gla-
Balthazar the elephant was
Like-
stop animated on Kevin's webcam.
Even though I'm not sure.
now
if
on
it's-
YouTube.
Now, the fact that you had me and Jules, this is a good shot. The fact that me and Jules both had glasses led to some pretty good stale moments in the movie.
Yeah.
Potential,
Oh, yeah.
like when we just both be unhappy with us in it.
I've always liked characters, even way back in Pipe Dream when we first started making
With
movies.
sunglasses.
Yeah, sunglass. When you take away characters'
Katana.
eyes, acting can be as ridiculous or as serious
Very
as you
Blues
want.
Brothers, yeah.
Because
Here's
people
my
need
scene.
eyes.
Here is the big Jules
Oh yeah,
scene.
Jules directed. He was the guest director for this.
No, not
scene.
director.
I was not
Or
Or
no, yeah, not director.
I was the editor for the
right.
scene. I cut this scene.
Remember this day of filming?
This is
I'd
I'd
rather
rather
not.
not,
This
yeah.
would
Yeah,
be
this
the
was-
worst day of filming
this was, yeah,
I
very
think any of us have
unpleasant.
ever had.
I personally thought I was gonna break a lot sooner because I couldn't sit or kneel down, and it was like 95.
Yeah, that
degrees out.
costume was so
But
bad.
I made it all the way to the last shot, and then in the last shot I flipped the shit. But I'll wait till that shot happens.
Yeah.
But here we
well-
got Max Pacheco again.
Yeah,
He's one of
and
our
his
flying
friend,
monkeys. Sean
There you go.
Hogan.
Yeah, Sean Hogan.
Attack.
And they could not breathe in those things.
Yeah,
it
that
was
was-
very, very humid that day.
It was.
Yeah.
And
I,
here,
like,
oh,
hit
here's
my
our first shots of
pelvis on,
Jules.
like,
Here comes
the-
me.
Yeah, we
It's a
all got
cowardly
injured.
lion.
Cowardly Lion. Yep.
And this
And then-
song
yeah.
is a remix by Pat Ryan.
The
Yeah.
not so cowardly.
Neil
man.
added some punching noises in there when I hit Max, but I really hit him. I didn't mean to, but I mean, his
Poor
head
Max.
hits the camera. Yeah, he just gets beaten in all of our movies.
Yeah.
These are real sword noises.
So,
These
yeah.
are really from the sword.
I guess
yeah.
I guess the line is kind of based on Toshiro Mifune or something, huh? Well, that was kind of who I was trying to channel with this performance anyway. It was
And our Ava
Well,
sound clip there.
yeah.
No, we
Oh,
actually
yeah,
filmed
yeah,
this.
yeah.
We actually filmed this behind a supermarket, so
yeah behind
Oh,
the
yeah.
counter
really,
for it.
we just went in and got the stuff
Yeah.
to make fake blood.
Yeah.
It's sort of a children's.
Oh,
man
actually, that's
reference.
worth
Yeah.
mentioning. All right, well, here is our first example of having in about 2 seconds, Jules' lines are dubbed. But when
Badly
we first,
dubbed.
yeah, purposefully badly
Yeah.
dubbed, like an old kung fu movie. When we first
The
got there,
music's great here too.
yeah, I like this. When we first got here, there were a group of paintball kids with a bunch of empty beer cans, burnt stuff, pellet guns, paintball guns, and we had to go speak to the leader of their people to make sure we had permission to film there, because they kind of set up this impromptu Mad Max post-apocalyptic camp. That it was
just
the
a bunch of
weirdest
tents,
thing.
actually. It was.
All right, yeah, it was. There were no towers. There was no
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, but it was a bizarre, surreal day. After we'd already been pretty tired
love
by the
this
time we
shot.
got there. Just organizing.
This is uncomfortably long.
We're all, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You like wizards and crap? Yeah, whatever.
You know, I liked it because then it set up this joke
Yeah, this joke worked very well.
where just like the music cuts out. And he's like, yeah.
And here's the music I believe that also plays at the very end of the movie.
Here comes the shot.
Oh, yeah,
I made
Jake-
it.
Jake
Oh
did this
man, I
story.
made it. All, this is the last shot. It cuts away, but I stepped in a sinkhole and
Yeah,
I
he
flipped
fell
out.
and he got pissed.
I was like, "That's it."
Yeah, we
Cut.
cut my backyard.
Yeah, this is Neil's backyard. Actually, a few feet from where we're recording this.
No, we just had like one little corner of my yard where you could just see
I
trees.
feel
and
nothing.
stuff.
It's called shooting efficiently.
And it worked
so
well.
we just kept repeating the same like 10
Yeah, I
square
kept
feet.
walking this. This is me going mad.
Good paranoia shots.
Yeah. This joke worked. The from you joke.
Oh, I also had a bad rash this day on.
Yeah,
my
Neil
like
was suffering
face was
from
kind of
mono.
puffed up, so my face looks a little strange.
Well, you went in with mine.
You know, I
afterwards and
can really only see it in that one shot. But beyond that, you look good.
That's
Well,
me
thank
being
you.
angry. Yeah, thanks.
Kevin.
What? And me being mad again. And then this cuts. It implies that we're looking at that.
To Miles
Yeah.
Standish Monument,
Yeah, Miles
sometime later, with more music
Who
by
was
Jake.
Miles
recording
Standish
now.
again?
He was the first governor.
Nobody knows.
Mine, sun god.
All right, nobody
Oh,
knows.
yeah,
of
Mine
course.
Sun God. or
I guess
Natural
we'll have to ask
Formation.
Jack White what he thinks.
Of course, our reference to
Ourselves.
yeah.
Another
What was that
movie.
video? Yeah.
Here's a good shot
America's
of everyone.
Hometown.
And here is my
The
brother
whole ragtag
in just a
shop.
moment.
Who has played a wizard in I believe 4 movies now.
Yeah, he's a
So
good
this is
wizard.
fourth. One of
But
them
this
was
time
never
he's a green
released.
one.
He chroma keys well. And
Remember
there is-
the
Jesus.
Professor Wicked movie we made?
Yes.
The
That
Jesus
he was a
line?
wizard in.
Yes.
The Jesus line was like we botched that because he was supposed to say, "Who else do you think would be living in a tower like
Oh, yeah.
this?" And then I was supposed to say Jesus, but you forgot that line. So
I did,
just
I
sort
missed
of-
Oh,
that.
and that first time when he says, "Who dare ask me a direct question?" I didn't actually ask him a question.
Nope.
Which kind of added to
all,
the joke.
all people
Yeah.
care is that I'm getting.
You're being
hurt.
zapped.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you conduct electricity.
And only
the
Kevin.
most.
Now,
That's why.
if the audience could take themselves out of the
I
film
was
for a moment
twitching.
and simply imagine us shooting me shaking violently 5 times in a row with no provocation. We go, okay, Kevin, you're getting shocked, and I just sit there shaking in the suit. It was quite funny.
And then we had to like react to our robot being electrocuted, which I didn't know really. I just started drinking more, is what my character would be.
I also want to mention here is that you can't tell between here, but I'm sure you might be able to
Oh,
see.
caveman.
Yeah, in the yes, okay, wink. At the next time that we come back to the Wizard of Oz, there were a group of skating kids,
Oh yeah, bikers and skaters.
bikers, skaters,
Yeah,
who
bike
just
kids.
came. By the way, there aren't many houses around Miles Standish Monument. You gotta go way out of your
Yeah,
way
they
to get
went
there.
Yeah.
Far.
And
So they were
did-
just in the background of a bunch of our shots.
I requested that.
Yes, it
Oh,
was
yeah,
very
Kevin being
difficult
uncomfortable.
for Kevin to be in that suit.
I wanted to have a shot where it was just painstakingly obvious I didn't want to be in the suit anymore.
You did get a credit at the end.
Up
Oh,
back
yeah.
to Neil's backyard.
So yeah, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention, my sword is an actual.
It's a real samurai. Or not
It's
samurai.
actually from World War II.
Yeah.
It was taken off a Japanese soldier, right?
It's your
Yeah, he was
grandfather's.
dead.
Some
Yeah, he
loser.
came
There's
back.
real
He's like,
blood
hey,
on
that's
it.
my sword.
It's my sword. Give it
Oh,
back to
exactly
me.
My
He wants it back. He's
gonna
gonna have to fight for it.
Yeah.
With what?
Oh, this joke
Yeah.
works really. I really like
yeah,
this.
this is the big Disney joke in the movie, in my opinion.
I love
how
the
are we
music
gonna
here,
get
too.
into report?
There's no negativity with that. I just happen to love it. Very Disney.
Ah,
About that door.
About that-
Neil actually flipped these shots around, so
Yeah.
we were actually facing.
No,
the other
I
ways
noticed
on.
like when we
and
were
there's
filming this,
Josh
he said,
McCann's
"What is
head."
this place?" And I was just like, "Wait, you shouldn't say that." So I just said, "It's the witch's place."
Yeah, you're like, it's the witches. That's where we are. And this worked really with the lighting and
Scooby-Doo.
everything.
This is
This
the
was-
old
yeah.
War of 1812.
Yeah,
fort?
War of 1812 fort in
October
The
11th,
fort has a
1988.
For some reason, yeah, the witches' castle's been graffitied.
And there's Josh McCann and Julie.
Yeah,
Julie
Josh
Becker.
is the
That's
Satan.
her last name?
Yeah,
Becker.
that's Josh. That
With
that
his
was very-
fire.
It's one of my favorite jokes right there.
Good job with the red tint.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
works
very
very
good
well.
color
Neil did
correction.
the,
Thank you.
editing.
And then they all roll.
And I
see-
think I mumble like, "Oh, you shoot fire" at this scene.
We've all.
Of course, that's silly of me.
I
Oh,
suppose
yeah.
that the yellow masked ghoul, flying monkey creature by Max is dead. And,
Yeah, it died
there's
of
a-
its injuries.
There's
Yeah.
there's a new skull creature with much nicer legs.
Now, Rhinos likes to point out, based on everything we see here, they have the power to shoot fire, but the witch doesn't really. She can just be
Yeah,
blue screen.
The minions are significantly more powerful
What would
than
you
the,
rather-
The witch
witch.
is tall and makes
We
heavy
actually,
stepping noises.
Oh, really quick.
Ryan was on
And
Pete
has
Cann's
like
notes.
torture implements.
What
somewhere.
would you rather? What would you
Oh,
rather
the
be able
broom
to
is
do?
just lying.
This is a
emit
great
fire
build-up.
from your hands or be blue screen? What would everyone rather be able to do?
Blue
Blue
screen.
screen.
Oh, there's the
Screens.
radio, by the way.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
see the
right.
CD
I
player
like the
we used.
fire.
Right by
I mean,
Josh
Yeah.
McCann, the one with the red face. There is the
Which
It's a good, that mask actually
that
also
mask
used.
was used in my film Dreamhouse as Dave Lucy's mask, you know, for the scene where he does the home invasion.
Yeah, it does the whole. And this scene,
yeah about this.
this Ryan is fond of saying that because of this scene in particular, he will.
Never have sex again with
Yes.
a woman. No, it's just not gonna happen ever
Well,
again.
Well, she doesn't like have YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, unless she loves Rocky Horror Picture Show.
that is assuming
Which
that
is one of
every
my
woman on Earth
prerequisites, I
will see this
assume.
film,
Yes.
which is our
the-
goal.
The ball there is from Kevin James' sister, Chandra, and it is very, very much purposefully a Labyrinth reference to David
Because
Bowie.
Ryan Murphy loves
This whole
Labyrinth.
scene, once the blue screen stuff starts kicking in, it was my idea to have it be very much inspired by a scene in an 80s TV movie called The Worst Witch.
With Tim
Oh, yeah.
Curry.
Where Tim
Tim
Curry
Curry.
shows up at like the girl witch's school or whatever, and he puts on a musical sequence, and it has every possible bad 80s.
I love them
Yeah.
now.
See, the glasses really
No,
help.
it's true.
That one
That,
shot.
And it's
was
not-
The Worst
Nosferatu
Witch is
in
a
the
great
background.
film that most people have never got to see.
It's not a
so
great
corny.
film. I mean,
This is
It's
a-
an entertaining
there we
piece
go.
of
And then
video
me being
film.
unhappy.
This scene in particular, like I mentioned earlier with the glasses, really is benefited by me and Jules having these really blank expressions, just like or lack thereof. Because
Joke,
of the
We
glasses.
actually
Me in
had
the
like
director's chair.
we didn't have enough reaction shots, so
Just keep
I
going.
wish I could have like kept cutting back to us throughout.
Yeah,
but-
I mean,
Those are
I mean,
not
the whole-
the notes played,
Yeah.
by the way.
They're
Actually, you know what? None of the instruments you play when
are in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
the
we shot,
minions are
yeah.
great, by the way.
Do you want to tell them about the blue screen at PAC TV? How we did this? The very technical setup,
Oh yeah, we had a blue screen.
and I
And
was
a
off
camera.
camera with
And
And
the
yeah,
second
Kevin
we
was-
stopped filming, it downpoured on
Oh
us.
yeah, we had to
With
carry
this
all the props that we
Huge
brought to
paint
the,
can
to the
stilts
studio.
and all these stupid props and Pee Wee Herman.
That's how
and
Are
my
You Afraid
makeup
of the
was
Dark
running
in the background?
everywhere.
Oh yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark intro? I just made it colorful.
Most people don't notice because Ryan has a blue
Cape
like cape.
thing, yeah.
I
They're like,
love throwing
ooh,
you the
pretty.
tambourine. The tambourine's probably the best one.
Yeah, when he calls for
Very
it
much to
almost.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
That.
Tim Curry just randomly whips out a
Tim
tambourine.
Curry was
and
actually
it all
awesome.
sounds
Has anybody
like,
seen
"Has
my
anybody
tambourine?"
seen my-" Oh, this is One Got Fat, a bicycle safety video from I think the 60s.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the background with all the monkey skull children.
Public domain?
Yeah,
For some
I don't
reason,
know,
yeah,
actually.
maybe.
But they're supposed to be monkeys, but they look more like evil skulls. Throughout
look
the
much
film,
like
they
flying
all
monkeys.
they all die for various reasons because they
Saxophone.
they weren't
Unsafe
safe
on
on
their
their
bikes.
bikes.
Nosferatu.
There's the
Kevin, thank you very much for
Care Bears.
Balthazar
Yeah.
the
Balthazar
elephant.
on a stick. And a
the
paint
paint roller
roller.
work is
You
very
looked the most
intimidating.
threatening in that shot. I'm not gonna lie.
That's very 90s music video, by the way.
It's an REM video. Yeah, then
Super
It
Mario.
looks very much like the actual
Yeah, the
looking
Super
witch
Mario
there.
Brothers Super Show background in there.
I hope Peter Gabriel will be proud of us.
I wish we could have
Sure
done
it
some
would be.
stop motion stuff.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Breakdown's really good.
Yeah, he
there's-
desaturated.
This
it a
scene's
little
already
bit.
You get the idea
great
that
as it
And
is.
if you're looking, you don't have to look terribly hard to see. I was pretty sunburned most days we filmed this. I was sunburned.
This made me
Everyone
laugh,
loves that
yeah.
shot where you just you get
You
your
just
eyes
suddenly you're in
taken
front.
And
off.
I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
I was like,
There's Pee-wee and
Flabber.
Flabber
Flabber.
from
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs.
Just
yeah.
$2 I happen to
if
have.
you remember the
There
big
they are,
bad
Julie
Beetleborgs,
and Josh.
send in 2 UPCs and Neil won't send you Flabber. The funny thing about the witch is you really get the feeling that he was waiting for someone to screw up. Like, he's not like terribly upset someone tried to take his broom.
He just wanted to do
He
a
had this
He was like,
plan,
thank
yeah.
God I can finally do my big
But we've been
number."
rehearsing for weeks, don't you understand?
Yeah, like.
And now Neil overproduces the hell out
Oh,
of
I
this
love
video
this
as
part
it
with
goes
the na-na-nas
crazy.
part. I mean, we had to have something, like, it had to get
Duct
crazy.
Yeah.
Neil,
You can't hula hoop,
um,
by the way.
I can on hula hoop.
There's,
How much time-
That's from a
Yeah.
World War II propaganda film called
Yeah.
Know Your Enemy, Japan.
Japan turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
In the background,
Yeah.
yeah.
Neil, how much time would you say proportionally did you spend making this one scene compared to the rest of the movie?
Probably a couple days, like, worth.
Just this
work.
scene.
I mean, it was
Oh,
spread
I
over a
get
few
wet.
days, but it was like, I don't know, a
Buzzkill.
bunch of hours. I never know because I lose track.
My regular voice is based very much on James from Team Rocket from Pokemon.
Yeah.
No,
There was
Yeah, I-
a joke.
I Neil, I've never
joke.
seen
Yeah,
something-
the original
yeah.
joke here was
Rose.
He
Rosebud.
weren't weakened by water. Then Jules comes over and kills him, and then he says,
And
swords
swords.
seem to have an effect
Yeah, or
as
something
well.
like
But
We
it
did our
just didn't
best.
fit in because I wanted to make the death kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
And I'm already
And
clutching
I take it from his
Yeah.
cold dead
cold dead
hands.
hand.
For a robot.
I actually had the wrong jacket for that scene, but we managed to make it.
And I think my favorite joke. This is
good-
my favorite
good-
joke in
yeah,
the movie.
Good
Where-
coda.
That is a great gag.
Now, was that audio from there, or did you do it later?
It was
It's
from
from
there. It's a real accordion.
And
that
there's
really
Nancy,
plays notes.
Neil's mom's broom.
I had to
which she
teach
taught
Julie
us
how to
Sweet
play
Berry.
that 2-note melody.
Yeah.
Oh, and his
My head.
That worked very well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's how nice of them. They washed off my makeup for me when they brought back my head. And we're all listening to this large green man. It was a good time. Actually, it was incredibly
actually-
hot
yeah.
that day.
Yeah, it
We had to
was
get
fun.
through more than 5 pages of script in one day,
Yeah.
and we did the best we could.
Yeah, we did.
We got
Yeah,
some
I
great.
forgot how hot it was. It was very, very, very hot.
Now that Sean is becoming, or the wizard is becoming ridiculous in his demands, we get some great pop culture references in here, including a reference to Pat in my first movie, Hero Guy for Steve the
Oh
Wizard.
yes, the
1 and 2.
Ice Queen of Schmelda,
Yeah,
played by
yep.
Maddie the dog.
And he also
I know.
name drops the
Shrine of the Silver
yeah,
Monkey.
from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
And he's just some loser webcamer.
Yeah, who's looking? Yeah, like. I wonder
He's a
if-
video blogger.
He also
He's just
doesn't
a
have any
video
pants
blogger.
on, if you notice.
Yeah, he has no pants.
He's not wearing pants.
No,
Well, he's
that's
got
just
shorts,
that
but it looks
jacket.
like no.
Now this uncalled for expletive is
That's because we like having Kevin say fuck.
From
Yeah, I
very much
swear.
inspired from Kevin James'
I-
solo Not a Tad Bad Stuff, Worst Ways to Die. You can find them on YouTube.
I swear a lot.
Yeah,
People think
yeah. It
it's
was
funny.
sort of I thought sort of a reference back to Worst Ways to Die.
Which reminds
too, with
me.
the Wanna Day.
Yeah,
One a
Yeah,
day.
Oh fuck.
this is good here. I
The
love
music came out great.
I love when he's like being inspirational and then you correct him on his diction because he uses incorrect words.
Oh yeah, metaphysical.
Metaphorically.
And don't forget, while Kevin and Jules and I were all filming this along with, of course, Sean was there, Pat was there every single day of filming, Neil was there every day except for one day in Boston and one day with a bunch of weird short people. They were filming Jules' solo project, Dreamhouse.
Dreamhouse.
Oh, yeah, we're
Yeah.
filming at the same.
The only
Same
real
weeks.
drama of the summer,
Yeah.
which is starring Kevin and directed by Jules.
Yeah, both
Oh my
movies,
God.
both movies are being shot simultaneously. Yeah.
And you can find
I love how
Dreamhouse
he
online
limps
if you
for
look
no
for it.
reason. He
Yeah.
just
If you look
he
hard
walks
enough.
around like a hunchback.
He's dorking too much.
He's very
He's pretty dork. Oh, just a thing in case anyone was
Sounds like a
curious.
fat John Lennon.
Oh, that's my
I like
actual
that.
GED there.
This took
Yeah, it's
4
real-
takes,
real
I think.
Says
yeah,
Neil
you had to say it
Cicierega.
all really.
I had to just read I read the actual. I replaced my name. It originally said like the Department of Massachusetts or whatever. I
Yeah,
replaced
he
it with
said-
Oz.
Now the thing is,
Well,
people may think that you're dubbing it because you put your mouth behind the frame, but
Yeah, no,
no,
it's just a
he
coincidence.
said
No,
it.
that was
We
really
could've.
one take. Is that Nintendo control
we
again? Please don't
originally
sue us.
we got a you got an over-the-shoulder shot of him reading it, but then you could clearly see that it said Neil Cicierega. That's not a better operating system, by the way. That operating system sucks.
Well,
Yeah, no, it's
for all we
XP.
know, for all we know, I'm running off like ME or something.
That's
Yeah.
XP's alright.
3.1.
my
Well, hey, you
my,
can
my
walk
XP
and
just
talk.
crashed.
Let's do
so.
things at the same time. You're not on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is, I think, Jules, this is one of your only lines that's not dubbed.
This is the only line.
That's
there is.
Actually, he
There's
said he
actually
screams
two.
bonsai at one point.
Yeah.
And also,
Can you tell what the trophy
what's
says?
alcohol?
Oh
too?
yeah, the trophy, we got it from Kevin James. It says something like, he won 9th place in a 1992 bowling
Bowling
tournament
tournament.
when he was a kid, and he was on Team Snickers.
Yeah, I love
So
that.
for those of you,
9th place, 92.
when the Blu-ray comes out, you'll be able to pause and zoom in and read it.
Yes.
But for now,
This is. I love that joke.
Sean,
And he
Sean
falls.
is so
And he-
good at
yeah.
this. He legit fell.
He's good at
Easy
saying it.
roll.
It's a lot like how Wizard Guy 1 ended.
Yeah,
He's
he just
running
kind of runs away because he's
Yeah.
just some dick.
And then I'm just.
Poor Pat.
How many? Every movie me and Ryan have ever made involves at least 3 or 4 shots of me looking confused. That'll be the direction.
You just
Look
look
confused.
And there's a
The sad
flask that
music.
Pat got for his birthday
Yeah,
from
who's-
Ocean
who's
State
the
Job Lot.
I've always been
represents Toto.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was my Toto.
personal reading of it. That the flask was supposed to be Toto.
Yeah, that was my Toto.
Susan mentioned
Well,
it,
we
too.
originally wanted to get a flask with the word Toto in.
Yeah,
engraved on
yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
expensive.
Plus,
That's
it
like-
wouldn't
that's
have
like
come across
$9. Yeah.
easily on the camera. And then they'll just leave me because
Yeah, what a bunch of
Fantasy
assholes.
World
Well, you got
bastards.
bowling to do. What do you expect?
Yeah, originally when Jules was just saying the lines in Japanese, and then Kevin goes, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
bowling."
this effect cost like a few $1 million.
Yeah, that was a very. We had
And there's
actually.
Lauren Mack.
We had to get a
No, no,
pink
no.
bubble.
The lovely Lauren Mack.
The lovely
Yeah.
Lauren.
This is funny.
Yeah, she was great. She was like the only person who got everything right the first time and didn't need any like.
She was very soft spoken though. I had to crank the volume way up.
And take
Yeah.
care of the wind, which
She
is
gets the
bad
best.
here.
She
Good
gets
wind.
the best line in the movie.
Which one?
Why didn't you help me before? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I love that.
This is my one contribution to the script coming up. Like as much as we all had fun making it, the one thing I actually got to write into the script is the joke coming up after he explains he's
Looking at
homeless.
the flask.
No, the shoes, you silly kid.
Oh, you did the.
The weight thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that worked out pretty
That
good.
was my one.
No, I
real-
engineered it. I built a box that looked like a 200. Was it 200?
500.
500 pound.
I remember, people, we're running out of sunlight, so we're filming like madmen. And there's a dress from Chelsea Pingree, one of our friends from Emmanuel. She gave it to me for Halloween because she thought I
dress
needed a
Lauren's
dress.
wearing?
Yeah, she thought I needed a dress more than she did.
Well,
so
you wore it.
So there's a special thanks to Chelsea.
Ryan actually really wants that dress back. For
Yeah,
some
I don't
reason.
have it. Did I give it to Emmy? Our
don't-
crow animator, once again.
I don't know.
If it's in a room, I'll go steal it.
And what happens with the ruby red shoes if you're homeless? Oh, they don't work.
That's like the theory the movie represents.
Yeah, basically, what if Dorothy was homeless
That's the
and a
thesis.
man and a 17-year-old from? Well, actually, how old was I when
You were
we
18 by the
I was
time we
18.
filmed this.
Yeah.
So we could make you do the nude scene that we originally scripted. But
Indeed.
It will be in the deleted scenes. If you want to head on over that part of the DVD, if we have them.
This is clever. Wait, I'm conceited. I just said that was clever.
no,
This
it's
is fun.
clever.
It works. Oh, damn it! You,
You can
see
see
the
the
string.
string.
Yeah.
Funny story. You know how we did that? We went in with blue screen, and we actually got a 500-pound weight in a crane. But the chain didn't quite get chromed out, so it looks like this is string.
Yeah, that's how.
But
mean,
that's
that-
really
that's-
legitimate weight.
It's not made
That's
of
it.
cardboard.
There's
That,
Kevin,
that
Neil,
weight hurt
Jules.
too when
Yeah.
it hit me.
That sort of weird expression on my
yourself.
face was very
Very legit, yeah.
Legit because
He didn't know
I
we
had
were
not
filming. I don't think.
I had not slept for about 4
Jules is
days.
like, what kind of fruit roll?
Yeah.
We were
Yeah, my
tired.
hair was really red.
Some of
Yeah,
us
I
were
really-
hungover.
Neil
It was
wrote
a
the,
long day.
Yeah.
I think Neil, you wrote the "I had a strange dream, but none of you were in it" joke, right?
I think so.
That's one of my favorite jokes. I think.
Completely uncognizant of the fact it was supposed to mean something.
yeah,
there's a
and
robot
then-
in it.
Another
Oh, wait,
special
then he
thanks to
says-
Pat and the rest of the people who work at the Vine in Plymouth, who are
Oh
very,
yeah,
very
not
cool.
me, Pat,
Yeah,
the, the owner of the Vine.
Yeah, and to Pat here.
And a
of course.
Fresca, because that's the least alcoholic drink that there is.
Fresca. No.
Yeah, and do you have anything non-alcoholic?
No.
No, we don't even have water. We're just...
And then he just orders something that would kill him.
And then I
Or at least go
collapse.
blind.
No,
Yeah.
he mixes it.
You can go
Yeah,
blind
I'm
from
gonna
drinking pure
mix it
alcohol.
Oh, you can
Alright.
totally go
Mixes it.
blind.
Jesus.
With his
200
saliva.
I make a
proof shit.
screwdriver.
I mean, things.
And then I think this is a great ending shot. Jake just playing
It's our.
the song you've all been waiting for on his guitar.
Yep, Jake on the guitar.
No, he's not really playing it. Well, he was, but we overdubbed it with a different recording. So
Did we?
Did we? I
Yeah.
thought that was
Oh, I
live.
thought that was the live one.
Was that what I recorded with him when I did the
we
Brian
recorded it
Wilson,
on
Daniel
set,
Johnston?
but
Okay.
but
And then here
it
come-
matched up at the end, but not while he was
Here
starting.
come the
So-
credits.
No
We
problem.
we did this. We recorded this ridiculous song of first me in my Tom Waits voice singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," which is public domain.
You're CERN.
Neil again. And we got Kevin.
That's the shot you picked.
Great shot of Jules.
That's the
It's
shot you guys.
somewhere over the rainbow, public domain. I was never
It
sure.
is, yes.
I think the Wizard of Oz film is.
There's me not knowing
It's
what happened.
copyrighted.
That was
yeah.
the shot.
But
you
the
guys-
song
Doesn't matter,
itself
don't
is-
mention it.
I had no idea.
If we pretend it's not copyrighted,
Okay,
then nobody will
okay,
see
it's
that.
not.
That was
And
the
then Neil touched up the song. It's all of us.
We had a bass
not
scene
all of us
credit
actually.
of
It
who
was who was it? Who's there? It was
Me,
me.
you, Ryan.
Hey, I wrote a joke.
Neil Cicierega, Pat Ryan, Ryan Murphy, Jules. Wait, Jules, were
Kate
you
was
there?
there.
No, I was
No,
not
yeah,
there.
why not?
Well,
Jules
it's in, the
Carrozza.
it's in the credits.
Yeah.
It was there.
Kate
But anyway,
was
we're
there,
all
though,
sitting
the
around while
actress from
Jake played my
Dreamhouse.
ukulele
Jake.
and we
Pete
just
Noise.
yeah,
Who was in
and Emmy and
Dreamhouse.
Alora, and we all just sang the song and got the lyrics up on the screen because nobody remembers anything other than the song.
That was funny though. After our first "Somewhere Over the Rainbow,"
Oh, yeah,
and everyone
said-
had no idea what
I
to
knew
say.
so. I knew the words. Most. The best
friend
part
Josh
is the
again,
last
Julie.
the last words of the movie are Jake after you recorded that song going
Introducing
that,
Ryan as
that
the
was
Wicked
terrible.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
Jake-
introduction of Ryan, who hasn't directed and started most of
You
the
know,
Yeah,
movie.
it's like
I
I've
realized
never
that
filmed
I
before.
did that joke in the when I did the credits for Balthazar. the
Yeah,
other
you
thing I
did.
put, and introducing Ryan Murphy as the rabbit.
and the
And I think
director and writer.
every time I get a chance to do the
Credits.
credits on a movie you're in, I'm going to introduce you.
Well, thank you. It's also worth noticing that there is no rabbit head or rabbit creature in this
There
film.
are no puppets in this movie. There's no clay.
There's
And
no
no
stop
tied-up
motion
girls.
animation.
Yep,
No tied-up girls.
girls. So it's
We almost
very
quasi
experimental
respect
for
women.
Ryan.
It's almost as if we didn't make this film at all. We're just taking credit for it.
We just put the credits, and we happen to be in it, or people who.
It's almost as if the story was something that someone else made up.
and we
Long
just
time
kind of
ago.
Perform should have been in quotes, not the robot song.
the robots on.
No, you definitely performed it.
That's true.
And I
I
like
can't wait for
I
that
had
to be on the
credit you guys
soundtrack
for the
and
lyrics,
people
'cause the
turn to
lyrics are
that.
just so
Yeah, that's gonna be track 4. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
only word
the
that skips.
Walmart reference is great. Somewhere over the rainbow.
The Wicked Witches song. By
Yeah, we
Neil
should have special
Cicierega.
thanks Brian Eno. That would have been good.
Yeah,
Then
Brian Eno definitely
all these
deserves a
people
heads
were
up
very
on this.
helpful.
Miles
Pack TV,
Standish.
The Vine,
Not-
Monster Audubon,
Not the Plymouth
Park,
town or
yeah.
state, park department.
Not even the monument itself. Just Miles Standish for being
man.
such a monumental man.
Yeah.
for being so. Made
Oh, I got the
Tom-
last thing.
Yep, you get the last credit, and we thank Tom Waits for
And again, to the
inspiring
Cicierega family for being incredibly patient with us,
letting
letting
us
steal,
record this
And
commentary
feeding
in their
Ryan.
house. Oh, yeah, and
feeding me,
Ryan
among
specifically.
others, for months actually.
And then Jake says that's terrible, and the movie
yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
So, alright, that's probably gonna show up really
Yeah.
loud on the microphone.
Yeah, hope you
Well,
like
I
the
hope you all
commentary.
enjoyed this.
It's over.
Yep. Yeah, it's over.